Hey there, welcome. Today we're diving into a really powerful idea, how to actually build a career that's not just about the next job, but about creating something that truly lasts. It's time to stop just reacting and start being the architect of your own professional future. So let's get right into it. So I want you to ask yourself a really important question. When you step back and look at your professional life, what are you building? Is it this magnificent, sturdy castle designed to stand tall for years and years? Or are you kind of just stacking up a fragile house of cards where one little gust of wind could bring the whole thing tumbling down? And this visual really says it all, doesn't it? I mean, on the left, you've got the castle, solid, intentional, built to endure anything. And on the right, the house of cards. It's temporary, it's unstable, and it's just so vulnerable. Today, we're going to focus on how you can become the architect of your very own career castle. But first, we've got to diagnose the problem, right? So let's talk about that all too common and, frankly, pretty risky approach, building what we're calling a house of cards career. So what exactly defines a house of cards career? Well, think about it. It's got a super weak foundation, if it even has one at all. There's no real strength, no structural integrity holding it together. And that, of course, makes it incredibly fragile. It just can't handle any real external forces, like, say, a shifting economy, some new technology, or even just a simple shakeup at your company. All right, let's do a quick little self-check. I want you to be really honest with yourself on these next few questions. First one, in your job, in your industry, are you pretty much just blending in with the crowd, kind of following the same old path as everyone else? And that leads right into this next question. Could you, right now, off the top of your head, list the 3 things that make you uniquely valuable? Or are you maybe a little unaware of what your personal differentiators really are? See, if you're just blending in, it's often because you haven't really pinpointed what makes you stand out. Okay, now here's a big one. When was the last time you did something professionally that truly pushed you, that made you a little uncomfortable? When you don't have a solid plan, it's so easy to just stay put and avoid anything that challenges your comfort zone because, well, the risk just feels too high. And this kind of shaky career structure, it almost always spills over into our personal lives. It's like a classic symptom. Is your work-life balance just a constant source of stress? To put it bluntly, is it kind of a mess? And finally, it all really comes down to this: vision. Do you have a clear picture, a real vision of where you want to be, both professionally and personally, in 5 years? If you hesitated on any of these, hey, it's okay. But you might be building that house of cards without even realizing it. But here's the really good news. You can absolutely change your approach, starting today. So let's pivot to the solution. It's time to start talking about how to build your career castle, a genuine fortress for your future. So what does a career castle even look like? Well, for one, it has beautiful, intentional architecture. That means it's designed with a purpose. It's built tough enough to withstand all those external pressures, which makes you so much more resilient. And ultimately, it's created to last, giving you security and a professional legacy you can be proud of. The biggest thing here is the shift in mindset. It's absolutely crucial. A house of cards builder just blends in, but a castle builder, they aim to be a positive standout. One person is completely unaware of what makes them unique. The other is keenly, consciously aware of their personal brand. And check out that last point, avoiding obstacles versus embracing them. That is a total game changer. A castle builder is constantly asking themselves this very question. They get it. They understand that real growth, the kind of growth that adds new towers and reinforces the walls of your career, it only happens when you're actively developing skills outside of your comfort zone. I love this image because it captures the whole idea perfectly. It's all about taking those calculated leaps of faith. Every single obstacle you embrace and you overcome, that becomes another stone in the foundation of your castle. With each one, you learn, you grow, and you become so much stronger. And, of course, you just can't build a castle without a blueprint. This isn't about working aimlessly. It's about having a clear, focused direction. Do you have a roadmap for where you want to be in 3, 5, or even 10 years? That's the long-term vision that should be guiding every single thing you do day to day. Okay, so you're probably thinking, I'm on board, I want to build a castle, but where on earth do I start? Well, it all begins with laying that very first stone, crafting your personal brand. And the most powerful tool for this is your personal branding statement. Just like it says here, it's a quick, concise summary of who you are, what you do, and, most importantly, what makes you unique. This isn't just some elevator pitch, folks. This is the literal cornerstone of your career castle. And the best part is, this is surprisingly simple. It's just 3 little components. First, a short intro about who you are. Second, and this is the key, identify 3 specific differentiators. Be really specific. So, for example, if you're in marketing, don't just say, I'm creative. Say something like, I excel at turning complex data into compelling stories for B2B audiences. See the difference? And third, highlight one big accomplishment that you are genuinely proud of. That's it. That's your starting point. And I really want to be clear here. This little exercise is so much more than just writing a paragraph for your resume. This statement becomes your personal blueprint. It's your North Star, guiding your decisions and making sure every single move you make helps to build your castle one intentional stone at a time. I want to end with this really powerful quote from Michael Castelli, which just says it all. Tomorrow's aspirations are insignificant if you don't lay the foundation today. It perfectly captures everything we've talked about. So the question I'll leave you with is this. What stone will you lay for your career castle today?